Greetings coaches, this is Kamish. Just looking at a couple of key features of the bench. In the previous screencasts I've looked at selecting your team each week, and we've also looked at some key elements of doing some statistical analysis. What I'm going to do now is just quickly show you a couple of key things you need to be aware of using the bench that will make your user experience a whole lot better. So as you know, when you first log in, you get to the home page which shows the banter. Like I mentioned, it's something that we don't use too much. The ladder is on the left hand side here, but you can extend that to get a full ladder to see the exact sort of points for, points against, all that sort of stuff. So that link there which you saw, which is the full ladder, and that takes you to having a look at that. Other things you'll need to do, so you can see next your matchups coming up on the next tab there, which you probably know anyway, but round 1 you can see the matchups there, and then once round 1 commences, the round 2 matchups will be there as well. The other place to look is in the fixture, and there's just a couple of things you need to be aware of in the fixture. There's some things in here that you won't see because I'm an administrator that I'll see these links, but what you will see is obviously all the matchups and the fixture in there. And just remembering that in round 10 we have a Super 10 bye, so there are no games in round 10 of the AFL calendar. Which is in the Super 10 round, which is exactly halfway mark of the season, so everyone plays each other once by the time we get to round 9. You will also notice the fixture that has a little star next to it, which means the rolling lockout is enabled. So in rounds 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 11, 12, 18 and 19. So that's 8 rounds that have a rolling lockout. And this year, please be aware, we will enable the rolling lockout cheat, where you can make changes to your team right throughout the course of the round. This is typically games that start, and I'll show you. So typically games, round 1 is a split round over the course of 2 weekends. In round 2, you can see that it starts on a Thursday, finishes on a Sunday, therefore rolling lockout is enabled. All other rounds which start on a Friday, finish on a Sunday, are just normal rounds where you must have your team locked in by the time of the first bounce of the first game of the round, typically the Friday night game. So just a couple things to be aware of. Just keep an eye out for the star on your fixture that shows you that the rolling lockout is enabled. Other than that, your squad is something that you can look at, which we looked at earlier with looking at your squad, and also you can look at players in general. So if I wanted to have a look at Aaron Black, I can see he's owned by Plummet Airways. If I click on Aaron Black, I can have a look at his statistical background over the course of the last few years. To switch between your teams, as you can see here, I've got 4 teams that I manage. I can simply change over to, I'm already on change over to a different team there. So that's all you need to know in terms of some key features and important features using the bench. That's me signing off. This is the Kamish. Enjoy season 2014.